Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will be going over what's not in my bag. So I'm gonna split things up into three different categories. Discs that I like but just can't find a spot for, discs that I don't really like, and a third category just for crusty discs or discs that I wish I'd never even heard of or bought. Now I'm gonna be picking 2 discs from each category, and then I just rolled up to a park, so I'm gonna give each of the 6 discs one throw. Here's a sneak peek of all the discs, but let's go throw them. So starting off with the first category, which is discs that I think are good, but I just don't have room for them in my bag. First up, I got the Envy. This is the soft plastic Envy. Now the reason that this isn't in my bag is because I already have a harder plastic Envy in my bag. And once I found that, I didn't really need this one as much. So this one just got booted out of the bag. Love the Envy. If you're a beginner, I would recommend getting it for an approach disc. But here's the throw. Nice. Now, second up on discs that I like but don't have room for is the Berg. Even though the Berg gets a lot of hate, I personally really liked it as an approach disc if it was on a hill and I needed the disc to drop, because the Berg is like throwing a brick. If I ever play a tournament where there's a lot of hills, then it might make it back in the bag, but it does make a really good brick approach disc. And here's that throw. It just, as soon as it loses its speed, it drops. I do like that about it. Now, moving on to category 2 are discs that I don't really like. Now, to start that category off, I have the Westside Discs Hatchet. Now, when I first started playing, I did really enjoy this disc just because it is understable and I was able to get that distance with it. But as I kept playing more and more, it just became way too flippy for me, and other drivers were a lot better than this. Once I figured out how drivers actually work and got my arm speed up a little bit higher, this bad boy just got booted out. But here's that throw. Just flipped right over. And then I might get a little hate for this one, but my second disc on discs that I just don't like in my bag is the Innova Hawkeye. Now this disc, when I lost my Crave in the water, I went to a local disc shop and said, hey, I just lost my Crave, and they gave me this. Just like the Hatchet that I just threw, this disc, when I threw it, it was just a little bit too flippy for me. Now, a lot of other people that I talked to really like this disc, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. A little flippy. Let's see if it flips here. If it doesn't flip here, that's gonna be awkward. Okay, that actually flied pretty solid. I might have to give that a couple more tries, because I'm 90% sure I only threw that like twice and then kicked and then didn't use it, but might have to come back and review that one. Now for the third and final category of discs that are not in my bag, these are the ones that wish I didn't buy, didn't use, etc. Then I also have a mystery disc after, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But first up is the Scorch. Now this wasn't my first driver, I think it was my second one. I loved it because I could throw it the furthest, but it's just because it has a lot of glide. But I thought I was all cool being able to throw this 250, 300 feet. Just muscling a driver, and I wish I would have started out with a lower speed driver to really get my form right. But here's that throw. Oh, like that. That's beautiful. And for the final discs of the 6 discs that are not in my bag currently, pause the video, guess what it is, but it is the time lapse. Now, I didn't technically buy this willingly. I bought the Gyropalooza box, MVP's mystery box. This is just way too overstable for me, and I don't have the arm speed for it. So if I could have either swapped it out for a different disc or something like that, that would have been much better for me. But let's see how I can throw the time lapse. I think this is my second time ever throwing it. There is a person out there that I don't want to hit, so I'm gonna move this over. Oh, and we're gonna wait for him to cross so he doesn't get shanked with the time lapse. Yeah, I don't even know if you could see that, but that rode the wind and sunk to the left. Now, drum roll, mystery category. This is my most crusty disc, but I'm keeping it, but it's never going in my bag. This is an Octane. This was my first ever driver. This is just an OG for me. Keep it close to my heart, but let's throw it this time, see what we can do. Very similar to the time lapse, it just faded hard to the left because I don't have the arm speed for it. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of my choices, and here are your free feet picks.